Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. And today we are in, obviously, my kitchen. And my folks are coming over, so I just wanted to put up a quick video just showing you guys, and it's really basic, but a device that I reviewed the other day called the Anova Immersion Cooker. And what this is a device that allows you to cook sous vide. And sous vide basically means under vacuum, but really what you're doing is cooking your food in a Ziploc bag or a freezer bag or a vacuum bag with all your marinade in there. I guess if you could cook it just, if you didn't want to put any marinade, you could cook it just plain. But what I did is I put some mesquite seasoning, some liquid smoke, a couple of pork loins last night. I had those marinating for about 24 hours. Then I actually froze them after that. And so they've been in my freezer for probably about a week now. Pulled them out, added a half hour to the cooking time, dropped them in the water, put this bad boy in there, set it with my phone to 150 degrees, cooked it for about 2.5, I think it was 2.5 hours, or was it 3? 3 hours, I think. But if it's frozen, you add a half hour. And they turned out amazing. Pretty much set it and forget it. You don't have to worry about burning it. You don't have to worry about overcooking it. You've set it for that temperature. You're cooking at the perfect temperature to kill any harmful bacteria. And it comes out absolutely perfect. So tonight, I invited my folks over. We're going to do a movie night tonight. And I have some sea scallops sitting in the sink here thawing out. I have another pork loin. I'm going to go ahead and make it anyway because it'll get eaten throughout the week. And I tell you, I've been snacking on this, like even the cold pork that I cut real thin from the pork loin last night. Amazing. I mean, there's really no excuse to not eat healthy. And I'm kind of getting back on track. I've gone through waves over the years where I eat healthy and then I don't eat healthy. It's really, ultimately eating healthy really comes down to preparation. I mean, there's no excuse to not eat healthy. I mean, you go down to KFC, and I'm guilty of it. I am. McDonald's, whatever. You go there and spend $6 on a sandwich when you can go to Costco. And I picked up a pork loin. I mean, I shit you not. The thing was like this big. I mean, huge. Everything was as big as my. It's not that big, but it's still pretty big. But I mean, nonetheless, it was massive, and I couldn't believe it. For $13, I was able to get a whole bunch of pork steaks out of that, 4 tenderloins. I mean, it's just the way to go. And pork it's almost cheaper than buying chicken. And honestly, I think it tastes better personally. But nonetheless, I bought chicken in addition to that. But it's a great way to cook it. Really, if you pre-plan, marinate everything, if that's how you want to eat it. Even if you want to just do it basic, salt, pepper, garlic. I mean, keep it really healthy. It's amazing to get these kind of results. Now, the only difference is, with cooking sous vide style as opposed to an oven is that after you're done, you don't have to, but you should sear it. So I have a butane, is it butane or a benzomatic maybe? Yeah, no, propane. So I have a propane torch. I jacked this from my dad the other day. Hopefully there's enough left in there. And all you do is sear the meat. And really it took literally like 5 minutes to sear 2 pork loins. And it looked just like as if you were to have cooked them in a pan or in the oven. It turned out amazing. The flavor was great, and it's just an absolutely great way to cook your meat, especially if you're health conscious. I mean, if you want to cook, most time when you cook in the pan, you have to put oil in there. I mean, and you can actually, with my marinade, I'm not too concerned with some olive oil. It's not a big deal to me personally. I'm not trying to win any awards here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to win any competitions. I was trying to better my life, eat a little healthier, lose a little bit of my beer belly that I got, and this is a great way of doing it. And again, it's like pretty much you set it and forget it. You don't have to worry about it. If you leave it in there another half hour, 45 minutes, you're not going to burn anything. You're not going to ruin the meat. The meat will be at perfect temperature, and it's amazing. I can't believe more people don't use this device. And this is this is by Anova. This is their Bluetooth version. It's fantastic. It's just, having this YouTube channel and being able to reach out to companies, having companies contact me, and being able to get products that I would never have even thought about. I would never have been like, oh, sous vide, what is that? Let me spend $100 on the cooker. I would just never would have done it because I'm so cheap when it comes to so many different things. It's like I'll spend $300 on a watch, but I won't buy something that could better my life. And I think we're all guilty of that at some point. But this device is amazing. I mean, it connected with my phone. It let me know on my phone when the meat was done. I mean, it's just a really easy way. And you can see my excitement in this. Enough enough excitement, the fact that I was so happy with my results yesterday. I was like, gosh, you know, let me have my folks over. You know, we were going to go out. They said, let's go to a local restaurant. I said, why don't you guys come over? Let me cook you something. So we'll see how it goes. Now, we are going to have mac and cheese with this. So naturally, it's not, this is not meant to be a completely healthy meal. But, I mean, you really can't go wrong with sea scallops and some pork and some protein. I mean, it's going to be great. Movie night. I'm excited. So, anyway, guys, it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to go ahead and tip the camera down a little bit here. And so, I have, again, the scallops marinating. Or not marinating, but thawing in the sink right now in some water. I have a pork chop marinating, or I'm sorry, not the pork chop, the pork loins marinating in some mesquite with some liquid smoke. Here's my vessel. I got this at a local place, a local restaurant supply place. You can get any vessel you want. You can use a pan, whatever works for you. I'm using this because I had it. So I'm just gonna fill it up with water. I'm gonna get it real high because there's a minimum and a maximum. Anova takes the guesswork out of that. Basically, they put markings on the device on the side, right over here, minimum, maximum. And basically all it does is heat the water and circulates the water and gets your meat perfectly cooked. And you can cook anything, this vegetables, potatoes, whatever it needs to be cooked, you can cook in this, as long as you're willing to throw it in a bag, put in your marinades in that. It's a really neat way to be able to cook your food because you don't have to worry about, you know, you could just take one day a week, prep everything you want for the flavors you want, put it in Ziploc bags, freeze it, and it's always ready to go. It's like having a healthy TV dinner, I mean, in a bag. It's absolutely fantastic. But not the TV dinner quality and taste, of course. All right, so I got my vessel filled, and what I'm gonna do now, because I'm cooking two different types of protein, scallops and pork. The pork I wanna cook at about 149.5, 150 degrees for about 2.5 hours. The scallops are gonna be a lot less, 45 minutes at, I think it was about 125. I have to look that back up actually before I cook it. Basically what you're doing is getting it hot enough to kill anything that might be lurking in the meat and make it safe to eat, and then keep it there at the amount of time in order to, you know, naturally make it safe to eat, but then also to not overcook the meat. So, all right, so here we go. So what I'm gonna do now is just get this thing, they're coming over about 6 o'clock, so it's almost 4 right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook the meat first, put that in there, get that going for about 2.5 hours. Once that's done, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the meat out. No, I'm gonna keep the meat in, I think. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna cook these things at 2 different temperatures. So I'm gonna keep the meat in, lower the temperature of the water down to the recommended cooking temperature for the scallops. The pork will not be overcooked. It'll already be done. It'll just be kind of kept warm, and then go from there. And then I'll sear everything, and this will be a delicious meal. So, all right, guys. So that's basically it. I'm not going to show you guys the end result. I know that's kind of shitty to do, but because we're going to be hanging out, having fun, so I don't want to interrupt our fun time to go and make a video. And plus, I get a little nervous around. I can't record in front of people, so at least not at this point in my life. So, anyway, check out the Anova Sous Vide cooker. Pretty straightforward. Like I said, you drop it right in the water like this, clamp it down. You see the water's at minimum, so I'll put a little more water in this to get this a little bit higher, pretty close to the top, but I want to have it low enough so when I put the protein in there, it's going to displace the water and the level is going to rise. So, yeah, guys, pretty excited. So check it out. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, folks, have a great evening. Take care.